Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to the extended reading here on Patreon. Thank you so much for tuning in to today's reading. I am sending you all so much love as always, wishing you a beautiful day and week. And I'm going to go ahead and start shuffling the traditional tarot cards to get into our reading. Of course, if you would like me to channel specifically for you and your situation, be sure to like the video either on the Patreon post or on the YouTube video, as this does help me to more easily pick up on your energy. You can also feel free to set an intention for the reading, either aloud to yourself in the comments section or within your own mind, as these powerful intentions do actively contribute to co-creating the reading. Okay, so what do the beautiful people listening to this reading need to know at this time? Let's go ahead and start there. These will be Divine Feminine, your higher self, and spirit guide messages for your current life path. And 2 cards came out right away. Okay. So here we have the Hermit card in the reverse position. So what I'm getting here is that you, Divine Feminine, have been in the Hermit phase. You have been really isolated in the physical 3D world, feeling alone with yourself, your thoughts, your own energy, for a period of time, whether for you that is months, years, decades, whatever that might be. And I'm getting that you go through periods of hermit mode, so to speak, to allow you to activate spiritually at a deeper level. Because when you are not around so many other people, vibrations, frequencies, energies, this really allows you to clarify, purify, and amplify your own core soul frequency. I'm getting that although you may go through several hermit modes in your life, the one that you are just now emerging out of has been incredibly intense, if not the most intense hermit phase that you've ever been through. However, again, through this time, a powerful activation has been taking place within you. And I see now that you at times might be feeling this pull to reconnect out in certain ways with the physical 3D world. Now, this may be in different ways than you connected prior to this hermit mode activation. So it might be sharing something about yourself, your journey, your spiritual journey online. It could be starting some kind of business that's very visible, sharing your gifts in a more visible way. This also could be moving to a new location, connecting with new people, opening your heart to a new romantic situation, whatever the case is for you. This has the feeling of you going with the flow, going with the pull towards new things in your life that might be different than the things that you pursued during the real thick of your hermit mode, your hermit phase, which again, I feel for many of you, you are beginning to emerge out of a bit. Now with the Chariot in the reverse position, I'm seeing that at times recently, you may have felt blocked by particular obstacles, specifically when it comes to something that is really on your heart, something that might be a childhood dream, or it could just be something that you've wanted since childhood or for as long as you can remember, whether that's a certain financial status, a certain business working out, a certain dream job, a certain dream being manifested, a love relationship, whatever this is. I feel as though recently I'm hearing everything going wrong. Like for some Divine Feminine listening here, you may have had certain circumstances of your life recently where you felt like things were going awry or that certain unexpected obstacles were coming up. But I feel like there's an element of illusion here. Like these obstacles aren't really what the human self would perceive them to be. So I want to know what's going on with these obstacles coming up. Okay, so here we have, the Page of Wands reversed energy. So in some cases, this obstacle that's presenting itself, or this series of obstacles, may actually be, I'm seeing a sign on the road that literally says slow down. So these may be signs sent to you from your guides simply to take a break, to rest, to slow down, to allow the powerful energy that's been activated within you to be integrated through giving yourself the rest and care that you need, either physically or emotionally, to allow that rest to integrate this powerful spiritual energy within you and align things in front of you, to release any feelings of needing to control the situation or the person or the outcome that may have come up within you. And again, to just relax into the knowing that as you allow that spiritual activation and integration to naturally take place, the path will unfold itself effortlessly in front of you. Things will be aligned in front of you. So I don't know who needed to hear that. That may have been a specific message from someone's guides. I do get the sense here with the Sun card reverse that someone could feel like they've stalled out on a new idea or a new beginning, or something that felt like it had a lot of momentum may have suddenly stalled out or felt like it was being met by these obstacles. I'm getting this also could have to do with what is happening astrologically with the collective energy that we are experiencing at this time as well. But I am going to be channeling more into this. I feel like because of these obstacles, because of the way that things have stalled out, there may be a divine feminine here who, with strength reversed, is feeling a little bit of self-doubt coming up, almost feeling a little bit raw, a little bit vulnerable in some type of way. So I want to know what the divine feminine needs to know about this situation that might be appearing to have obstacles or to be stalled out. Angel of Balance in the reverse position. Okay, so this is a really interesting message. I'm picking up that it may be, first of all, what I'm hearing is it's not your energy that's creating this obstacle. It's the fact that whatever this other thing is, whether it's a person, a relationship, it's almost like that thing isn't ready for you quite yet, or it's not aligned fully with your high vibrational energy. So the obstacles might be confusing to you, or things stalling out might be confusing because you are consistently in this very high vibrational energy. You've become a really powerful manifester in your life. So it might be confusing as to why this particular thing, person, connection, perhaps it's a job or a financial opportunity, is feeling like it's stalling out. And I'm feeling someone's guide say, and again, this whole part of the reading is, by the way, feeling very hyper specific to a group of people. So please, always with all of my messages, only take what connects. But whatever this is, I'm feeling your guide say, it's not you or your energy. It's actually that this other thing or this person or this connection is still being worked out, still being aligned to your energy to meet you on that higher timeline that you are solidly vibrating at, if that makes sense. It feels like, for example, and this is just an example, if this was a relationship that we were talking about here, where things really felt like they were picking up a lot of momentum, and then all of a sudden it felt like things were stalling out, or obstacles were coming up between you, or this person was pulling away. In this specific scenario, your guides would want you to know it's not that there is anything going wrong or anything low vibrational happening in your energy. It's actually that this other person is not quite aligning with your higher vibrational energy. And in fact, the power and beauty of your energy may be making this person doubt themselves, feel vulnerability within themselves, and therefore pull away or self-sabotage this connection at times because they aren't confident in their ability to align with someone who carries as high of a vibration as you do. It's almost like this strength card reversed, if this is a relationship, is actually representing the other person's energy. Like they are feeling this sense of low self-confidence, self-doubt, vulnerability, and that is actually being projected onto you. So this is a very complex dynamic where you, Divine Feminine, could be wondering, is there something wrong with me? You might begin to feel these self-doubts come up. But in actuality, that self-doubt is an illusion, because really it's that this thing, this person, this job, this situation, whatever it is, may not actually be meeting your energetic standards. And I'm hearing that very importantly, it is so, so vital that you, Divine Feminine, stay in that angel of balance upright position. Stay really balanced and grounded and centered in yourself, believing in yourself, trusting that what is meant for you, what is aligned for you, will not pass you by. By the way, I am getting that in many cases, especially if this is a person, they may actually be in the process of aligning themselves to your higher vibration. So I'm not saying that this person, this situation, whatever it is, won't work out. What I'm saying is it is being aligned for you. And it is so important that you remain in that place of power within yourself and allow what is meant to come to you, to flow into your life, to be magnetized to you as you're standing in your power. Because the message I just keep getting for our collective, particularly during meditations prior to doing these readings, is that anything you have to step out of your alignment in order to connect with is not meeting you on your highest timeline in that moment. So the key is to stay in that alignment and to allow what is meant for you to be effortlessly magnetized to you, rather than stepping out of that alignment to try and chase it or push it or force it or pull it into place, if that makes sense. So again, I feel like these have been very strange and possibly very specific messages. I know this may not necessarily be a relationship for you. This could be, again, an opportunity, a job, something in your life, a business, something financially. Just trust as you stay in your power that it is being aligned for you behind the scenes. And right as I said that, we got the happy family card in the upright position, because I'm hearing that regardless of what happens with this whole situation I've been channeling, there is so much happiness in store for you. I just keep seeing a rainbow on the horizon of your life. I feel like you are really stepping into an era of peace, of harmony, of happiness. I feel that you are someone who has been through a lot of storms, been through a lot of pain, a dark night of the soul, and now is your time to finally experience peace, to finally experience harmony and alignment with your innermost self and with your external world, because I see a lot of things in your life, in your external world, are coming into a really beautiful alignment as well. Of course, as you focus on aligning that energy from within yourself. I'm getting that for many of you listening, there's a specific message about there being certain things you do in the morning that are aligning your energy in a powerful way and are really, really powerful for you. So I feel someone's guides admonishing you to continue those morning practices and routines that really make you feel good, that make you feel aligned with your innermost self, because that's really providing an energetic foundation for the magic you're attracting into the rest of your day. So now I want to channel into any energies that might actually be attached to you at this time. So what energies are attached to the Divine Feminine? Wow. Okay. So someone here is seeing you as a high priestess. This person has a lot of feelings for you because immediately I got chills all over, representing that there's not only an emotional connection here, but a spiritual connection. And whether this person would call it a spiritual connection or not, they are really feeling a strong magnetic pull towards you. Now, the numbers 12 and 2 may align with someone in some way. I feel that although I want to say it will be a masculine energy for many of you who are listening. So I'm going to refer to them as a masculine. Of course, take it as it connects. This masculine knows you're the one for them, and yet I feel like they aren't necessarily taking action on this in the 3D. I feel like they're biding their time. I feel this masculine has created a lot of frustration for you, Divine Feminine, because you are very consciously aware that there's a soul bond here. You are aware of the connection, but you're also no longer willing to chase, force, or push anything into place. You really live with that element of surrender, of trust, of the timing, allowing things to come to you. So you are really, it's almost like this person is trying to get you to chase them, but you are refusing to chase them. You are staying in your power. You are saying it almost in like, not that you're teasing this person, but it's like they feel like your energy is teasing them in a strange kind of way. Like your energy is just kind of like inviting them in, beckoning them in. Like, hey, are you going to make a move? Are you going to act on this? Because I am not going to chase you. I'm not going to be the pursuer here. I'm sitting on my throne. You can see that from the high priestess energy. This person also sees you as extremely mysterious, almost unknowable. Although that's almost a paradox because they feel a deep familiarity with you, but they also feel that you are this unknowable energy. Like, they're scratching their head trying to figure you out is what I'm getting from this person. I see them watching you a lot, whether that's literally watching you online or just being really focused on you energetically or emotionally at this time. But also I see this person coming up as the Hanged Man, feeling really trapped. With the number 12, this also can represent the end of a cycle, just like 12 is the final month in the calendar year. And I see this person maybe at the end of some kind of cycle in their life, almost like needing to fully let go and move beyond that old cycle before they come towards you. But for some reason, they're feeling kind of trapped. Now, I do want to channel more about this energy. So what is this masculine thinking or feeling? Okay, they're seeing a lot of value in your energy, but also in the kind of synergy that the two of you could have together if you were to combine forces, combine your energies. For most of you, this will be a romantic situation. For some, it's possible this could be platonic. This could be a business partnership kind of situation. But I do keep hearing that this person really values the idea of a partnership with you, whether that's romantic or in some other sense. I also feel with the sun and the goddess of the moon, this person sees you, Divine Feminine, as like this goddess-esque being who is very much independent in her own energy, doesn't really need anything from anyone, but also has this really beautiful feminine essence about her. They see you as someone who is really going through or who has gone through some kind of major glow up in your life and is now fully standing in your power, fully focused also on building that empire for yourself or on that power. They may even see you as possibly somewhat disinterested in them, or they might be feeling self-doubt, wondering if you would really be interested in the idea of joining forces with them or moving this connection forward in some type of way. Yeah, because here we have Angel of Love reversed and Magician and the Mirror. I'm hearing this person say, I wonder what it would be like to be loved by you, because they see you as this angel of love, this almost angelic being that has so much warmth to give, so much unconditional love to give. And in a strange way, it's almost like they want some of that for themselves. They want to know what it's like to have that fully directed at them. This could be a twin flame connection, because with Magician and the Mirror upright, I feel a really strong energetic alignment between the two of you. I'm getting that you really balance each other out. If you have been together physically with this person, you seem very well matched, or it may be that your energies really play off each other or balance each other in a nice way. And this masculine has been giving that a lot of thought. So I am now going to be reshuffling the cards and seeing what other energies are attached to you at this time. So what other energies are attached to Divine Feminine? Someone who is unwilling to learn a lesson. This feels like a very heavy energy. This is Judgment in the reverse position. This could be someone who is, I'm hearing, getting their karma in the process of learning some kind of karmic lesson, facing consequences possibly of how they may have behaved in the past, but maybe even blaming you for their current circumstances, although it's their own karma is what I'm getting. This won't be for everyone, but for some of you, this could be an ex. This could be someone who's harboring some resentment towards you, feeling, honestly, this person lacks self-awareness. They aren't taking responsibility for their role in the consequences that are now playing out in their life. Whenever you get around this person, you most likely feel heaviness. You may even literally feel sick to your stomach around their energy, because they do have this really dense energy around them. Now, we do have the Nine of Coins upright. I just keep getting like this person may even be jealous. This could be a platonic situation, or someone who is facing consequences of their own action or their own lack of action in their life, but they're looking at you as this Nine of Coins energy, someone who is coming into a lot of abundance, or who is cultivating this very beautiful abundance energy around themselves, very independent, pursuing their dreams, thriving in so many ways. And I just keep picking up that this energy is feeling either jealous or feeling like they are blaming you for their own lack of success. With King of Swords upright, this may be a masculine energy for some of you. I feel like this could be someone who has lied to you in the past, or who is known to lie. With the King of Wands reversed, this may be someone who is very, very focused on themselves, emotionally not very open or self-connected, and also really focused in this negative headspace at this time. Yeah, they might be very unhappy with their current financial or work situation, feeling as though their life is very monotonous. And it's almost like they look at you again as this powerful, independent, thriving kind of energy. And I'm hearing energy vampire. This person, it's almost like they want some of that energy for themselves. But the example of your energy is meant to be just that. It's meant to be an example for them. It's meant to help to bring them into deeper levels of self-awareness, to release their own limiting patterns, and to raise their own vibration, to align with higher timelines for themselves. But I feel like instead of doing that inner work, it's almost like this person is just blaming you for their own unhappiness, for the life that they're living, for their own sense of lack of thriving in their own life, if that makes sense. I know this energy won't connect with everyone. This person could be causing a metaphoric or literal headache in your life. When you get around them, your head might actually start hurting a little bit. But of course, as I always say, I'm not a medical professional, so always look into any medical possible solutions to any physical sensations you're experiencing with a professional. But I do see that you are really being guided to take your power back from this person and from this situation. I'm hearing don't react if they try to get a reaction out of you. Stand in your power and your strength and your confidence, and know your worthiness of everything you've attracted into your life with the angel of strength in the upright position. So I'm now going to be channeling into anyone else who may be attached to you at this time. So who else is energetically attached to the divine feminine? A bunch of cards came out, but I want to narrow it down. So can I just get 1 or 2 cards to start us off here? Who is attached to divine feminine's energy? Okay, so now I feel we may be speaking about the masculine that I spoke on earlier. For those of you who felt like you were experiencing obstacles or losing momentum in a relationship, I said it wasn't you, it's that the other person is feeling a low self-confidence, a vulnerability, because they're not sure that they're worthy of you. But what I'm really seeing is this person healing that sense of vulnerability or low self-confidence, because we not only have the strength reversed, but also the world. The world represents accomplishment, completion, fulfillment, wholeness. I feel that you and this particular person, whoever I'm speaking to here, could find a lot of happiness, a lot of sense of wholeness, fulfillment with each other. But I'm getting that it requires this person to do their inner work first, to go into that sense of vulnerability and to heal it from the inside out. And I do see in most cases, this person will choose to do that inner work. And I see that's going to happen through the Hermit card and also Judgment. I feel that this particular energy is or soon will be thrown into a period of isolation. This will be done intentionally from a soul perspective, from a divine perspective, so that through that hermit phase, through that isolation, they can be pushed within themselves and this spiritual awakening can take place within them. With the Judgment card, I see this representing a powerful awakening taking place within this person. I actually feel that just by connecting with your energy, divine feminine, whether that's been happening telepathically through dreams, energetically, or whether it's been happening through some kind of physical interaction or meeting, this particular masculine has already begun to experience this ignition of an awakening within him that again is throwing him into this hermit mode where he will really be forced to analyze his patterns and dynamics that have been holding him back, and ultimately to experience breakthroughs around those limiting patterns that may have created obstacles in your connection in the past or even in the present. But I do see him being victorious over those patterns because we do have the Victory card in the upright position. So now I'm going to be shifting gears here and speaking to the masculine energy that came through the first reading. I saw the number 2828 for someone, and I am going to be channeling into this masculine that came out in the first reading, seeing what they are thinking or feeling towards you at this time. And I'm going to pull a card from the Lover's Oracle. So we have the card Look Inside Yourself. I feel like this person has been pushed to really go within themselves, pushed into more contemplation of themselves than they usually do on a daily basis. And as they've been doing some soul searching within themselves, I'm hearing this may have happened because maybe they were distracting themselves with other people, relationships, with busyness, with school, work, whatever they're doing in their life. it almost feels like some of those distractions were taken away from them or came to a close, or some circumstances of their life, whatever it is, have been divinely orchestrated to push them to self-analyze. And through that time, I feel this, I'm hearing them say, all roads come back to you. This masculine has ultimately been led back to you in his mind, or led to you in his mind. Again, this could be someone from your past, your present, your recent past, or your future. Take this as it connects. But here we have the card, my beloved. Though we may be physically apart, spiritually we are always united. For love transcends space and time. Nothing is missing. So I feel like this person's soul is calling out for you, Divine Feminine, whoever this is for, regardless of whether you've met or connected in the physical 3D world yet or not. This person is very much sensing you spiritually, longing for you, heavily missing you at a soul level. Again, even if you've not met in the physical world, their soul is missing you. And of course, if you have met, then they are consciously missing your physical human self as well. With the temple path upright, this masculine sees you as his ideal, in the sense that he is thinking, if I was, or when I am aligned with my ideal version of self, I imagine myself also aligned with Divine Feminine, connected with Divine Feminine. I feel like he sees you as like the ultimate power couple. That might be the way he describes this powerful synergy between your souls, this high potential for a harmonious divine partnership. What else is this masculine thinking or feeling? Wow, with man holding a heart upright, he's thinking that he wants to open his heart to you. And this is sitting on the throat chakra. So with that being said, I want to know what this masculine wants to communicate, that I so adore you and appreciate you, with appreciation in the upright position. What else does this masculine want to communicate? I want to include you in my plans, with strategy upright. I'm thinking about my future, and I can't imagine a future without you in it. I feel that there may be circumstances that have made it hard to plan into the future with this person, or make it hard at the moment to see exactly how all of this is going to pan out. But I feel this masculine wanting to include you in those future plans anyway. What else does this masculine want to communicate? I've been working on myself, with door to personal healing and happiness reversed. I feel that if this is someone from your past, they may have been disconnected from you for a time because they had to go through a really deep healing and find happiness on their own. If this is someone relatively new or recent in your life, or someone coming in, I feel that your souls have always sensed each other and always been connected. And it's almost like they're telling you at a soul level, I couldn't enter your life yet because I had to work on myself first. I had to go through my own healing first, but I've always missed you. With envy upright, I've always felt a lack of fulfillment without you. When you're not in my life, I always feel like something is missing. However, the masculine here is feeling a little afraid to communicate this, because with the garden and the gate upright, I feel they perceive you, Divine Feminine, as being a bit guarded, as being someone who's very selective about who you allow into your life, as being very focused on your new beginning at this time, with the Sun card upright. So they aren't entirely sure how they would respond if they were to tell you that they want to include you in their plans, that they want to have some kind of future together. And that may actually be what's prevented them from communicating all of this in the past, with the throat chakra reversed. It's almost like they've felt stuck on saying all of these things. But I do see the power of their own truth has a kind of momentum that is ultimately going to push it to the surface. The power of this truth, of how they feel, of how they long for you, of how they are missing you and wanting you in their life, is ultimately going to push it to the surface, to push it out of them, push them to communicate it to you, essentially, because it's going to reach a tipping point where it can't be held back any longer. So I know that we've been skipping around a little bit, but I do want to touch on what this masculine has also been receiving through dreams, telepathy, through their subconscious, because that did come up in the first reading as well. I said I felt as though they were receiving messages about you, Divine Feminine, in some type of subconscious or energetic way. So what kinds of messages has this masculine been receiving about Divine Feminine? King of Wands reversed. So this is very specific. I don't know who this is for. This won't be for everyone. But there may be a masculine here who has sensed you, Divine Feminine, connecting with someone who isn't right for you, isn't good for you. This could be platonically or romantically, someone who's very self-focused, someone who may be lying to you or not being fully honest and open with you. They may not even consciously know about this situation at all at the conscious level, but subconsciously they are sensing it. And because your souls are highly connected, they are naturally very protective of you. So it's almost like they are sensing through dreams, telepathy, or subconsciously that you are connecting with someone who, again, might not have your best interest at heart. Again, I feel this is just for one or two people listening. So if this doesn't connect, of course, just leave it here. This also could mean that they are aware you've let go of someone like this, Divine Feminine. So you may have had someone in your life, platonically, romantically, in a workplace, who was very focused on themselves, who was, again, possibly lying to you or holding back from you in some way. And you may have received clarity on this with the Seven of Cups reversed. And I'm hearing escape routes, like made some kind of an escape route for yourself, opened up a new pathway for yourself. And it's almost like this masculine soul is sensing all of that subconsciously and applauding you for carving out your own path, for not allowing yourself to be limited by others. I feel this sense of admiration their soul has for you. Because again, the two of you are very connected. This could be you leaving behind anything that isn't aligned for you. So a job, a workplace, an environment, a platonic connection, a romantic connection. But I just feel this masculine sensing that these major changes have taken place in your life with the Tower in the upright position. They are sensing this and receiving this information subconsciously, but they're also seeing your strength, Divine Feminine, through all of this, and they're feeling a deep sense of pride towards you and admiration towards you and how you have carried yourself through all of that. You've carried yourself as the Empress with the upright position. You've really actually established yourself on your throne. I'm hearing every time you get knocked down, you come back stronger. And regardless of whether you've connected with this person much or at all in the physical world, it's almost like their soul has been connected with you through all of that. So telepathically, they've really been aware of your whole journey there. And again, they feel admiration for how you have held yourself, carried yourself through all of that. I also see that subconsciously with the Star card, this person is feeling healed by your soul. So you may not even know that you're doing this, but I feel, Divine Feminine, that your soul is visiting this masculine in sleep time in the astral realm and helping him to heal at these subconscious levels and transform into the Emperor, with the Emperor coming out here, the Emperor to match your Empress energy. And I feel that this is why, if the two of you have connected physically, whenever he gets around you, he always leaves the conversation smiling, feeling good, feeling this uptick in his energy. This is because you do have a very healing energy, but also because subconsciously there's an awareness that your soul actually often visits him, even in the astral realm, through telepathy, through dreams, and actually heals him and shifts him energetically in this way as well. So when you consciously connect, it's as though he is unconsciously remembering how you are always assisting him in his healing, divine feminine. And again, you may not even be fully aware that you are doing this. I also feel this masculine subconsciously being very inspired by you in a creative way. So he might be someone who writes, creates music, creates something at work. He does something in his life that has a highly creative aspect to it, whether it's a hobby or a job. And I'm getting that your essence, either consciously or unconsciously, has been inspiring him in that endeavor. I'm hearing you are his muse, whether he realizes it or not. Again, he could be entirely unconscious of this fact, particularly if the two of you haven't consciously fully met in the physical world. But if you have met and connected, I feel he's at least somewhat consciously aware that you are really an inspiration for him in whatever these creative endeavors are. I also see that this masculine is going through a powerful spiritual transformation. I see him very much between two things with the Death card. It's as though he's letting go of the old and stepping into something entirely new. And I feel his soul saying to you, Divine Feminine, I want you to be there with me on that other side, in that new beginning I'm stepping into. But right now, it's almost like he's in the thick of that transition, like right in the middle of that chasm, in that in-between time. So, wow, very powerful messages coming through today's reading. Thank you to all of you who are here co-creating the reading today. And of course, if anything did connect with you personally, I would love to hear from you in the comments under the video. Now, I will be closing the reading with one final Rumi Oracle card, and this is the Dissolving Light. So let me just read a little bit from the guidebook here. Though you seek the divine and even know it as love, you also know that it is fierce, wild, inexplicable, and demanding beyond all measure. It wants you completely, utterly, without condition. There will be times in your life, such as now, when there is something not worthy of you that must be released. This is a falsehood, a lie, or deception, or some sort that you have come to believe about yourself, your life, or perhaps even another. You may know what that deception is, or it may be about to be unveiled. It is not a cause for fear or concern, but for celebration. An illusion has or soon will be released, and you shall become freer, free in a way that only truth can provide. The great lover, the divine, calls for you to enter into the white-hot field of its passionate presence. Here is your guidance. Give it up. The smallness, the conditions, the fears and doubts, the lack of reverence for yourself and life, the belief that somehow things are not okay or aren't going to work out. This is all a paltry attempt at truth. You are coming into a truth now that is far more worthy of you. A truth with a capital T, the big truth. Love, trust, surrender. This is about a sacred shedding without fear or holding back. Cast aside whatever would hold you back rather than free you to fly into your divine destiny. So that feels like a perfect place to close this reading. I am sending you all so much light and love energy today. Have a magnificent weekend, and I will connect with you here again in Monday's Patreon reading.